Bowl champion, and your fiance comes up and jumps into your arms. What did that feel like in that moment?
Man, that was such a surreal moment, man. Like you said, we've been together since we were in high school, like junior year of high school. So it's going about 10 years now. She's my day one, man. She's been with me through thick and thin. She's seen how hard I worked throughout all of this. And for her to be on the field with me and to be able to go out there and show up, that was crazy.
I can't front, Jacoby. That was genuine emotion that you can't perpetrate. When I saw that video, I was like, she was with him shooting in the gym. I was like, that's the first thing I said, like, she's a day one. But here's the other thing. Scotty Miller lost your cell phone. So, as a man with a cell phone and a fiance, does he replace the phone, and how has that been?
Hey, it's so funny too. Cause when I said it, when it happened, I'm like, man, everybody gonna think Scotty dropped. Look, I was trying to stop Scotty from falling in the water, and his back knocked it in the water. And now everybody brought him up. They're like, Scotty dropped your phone. I was like, man, my boy Scotty catching some heat. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my folks at Verizon, man. They took care of your boy.
Oh, good. I'm glad you got a replacement phone. I like how you twisted that story. Like, no, this guy didn't lose my phone. I saved his life. That's actually what happened. I saved Scotty's life, and he happened to knock my phone off in the process. That's a good spin on that one.
It was either my phone or Scotty, and I got to look out for my boy.
Oh, I'm letting Jalen fall in the water if I have to make that decision. 10 times out of 10. So on that same phone, reportedly you got a text every night leading up to the big game from Tom Brady that said, "We will win." What did it feel like to look down at that phone that Scotty threw in the water and get that text every night?
It was so crazy, man. Like you said, it was every day. Like, it was more so than any point throughout the season. And I think like that just like kind of conveyed to us as players who had ever been there before, just how serious the moment was and how passionate he was about the win. You know, it was even like up until like the day of the game. He texted like 9 a.m. It was like, you know, one last thing, fellas. You know, gave us a little tip, some little film, and then was like, we're gonna win this game.
What was the biggest change between your team last year without Brady versus adding him this year that catapulted you to winning the Super Bowl in his first season with the squad?
I think it was a couple of things. I think the two biggest things were, you know, obviously his experience, being able to lean on that experience and his expertise, but also, you know, just the confidence that it brought the entire team. You know, no matter what game we were going in, we were expecting to win as opposed to hoping that we were going to win, you know, and that started to trickle down as the season progressed. Even when we hit that little slump mid-season, you know, nobody ever felt, you know, we never wavered. We knew that we were going to get back on track. We knew it was going to take a little time. You know, we had that confidence.
Well, Mr. Godwin, you picked a really good year to be a free agent. You're coming off a big year. You're coming off a Super Bowl victory. Will you come back and play for the Bucs and defend that championship?
I definitely want to be here, man. I can definitely say that. I love Tampa. I love the guys on the team. You know, we got a bond now that'll last forever. So hopefully I can come back.
Chris, I want to give you guys your flowers, because people are going to talk about y'all winning the Super Bowl, but underestimate who y'all had to go through. Y'all went through the Saints, Packers, and the Chiefs. You're a wide receiver. You know who's quarterbacking those other teams. Just talk about how special that is.
Man, that's so unreal. Like you said, man, it's special to be able to beat those three quarterbacks back to back to back. It's no easy feat, and it's a testament, you know, to the team. But really, it's a testament to our defense. You know, they've been balling all postseason, creating turnovers, you know, stopping the best quarterback that this league has to offer, you know, and then they capped it off with a brilliant performance in the Super Bowl, you know. So shout out to those guys. They was balling, and shout out to Coach Bowles.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Coach Bowles, because he did a great job with the defense. You also have Byron Leftwich as the offensive coordinator. And what was the impact of the diversity in the coaching staff that had on the field that translated to wins?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, you come to work every day and you see such a diverse group of people. You know, everyone feels like they're represented and have someone that they can relate to. You know, and it really, it's a testament to BA, you know, and our staff who just, the mindset that they had coming in, and of inclusion, but also not picking the right people for the job. He wasn't like going out there, like I'm gonna hire X, Y, and Z because they're black or because they're a woman. He was hiring the best people for the job, and that's the brilliant thing about it. And we all believe in our staff. We all are a big family. And honestly, to us, it was normal, coming to work and seeing females, black people, white people of all races. It was really cool to see.
I'm glad you shouted out your defense, and we had Shaq Barrett on the show celebrating him a couple of days ago. What was it like watching from the sidelines Patrick Mahomes run for his life, literally?
Yeah, he was literally running for his life, man. I think I saw a stat that was like, he ran like 500 yards to just like, avoid getting hit. I'm like, that's not a fun night for any quarterback, man, especially someone with a toe injury. It was brutal to watch him see that, but, I love watching my dogs go out there and ball. And Shaq and JVP and all those guys, they get after him every single time.
Well, I want to congratulate you on the Super Bowl victory, congratulate you on a great season, and congratulate you on the upcoming deal you're about to sign. I can't wait for us on Jalen and Jacoby to celebrate that deal when that news comes across the ticker. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for the love.
Sir.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate you, fellas. Y'all be safe.
Stay tuned. We're coming back really soon with more on Jalen and Jacoby.
As you know, the Super Bowl was this past weekend. And some of us understood never to bet against Tom Brady. But my co-host, David Jacoby, he didn't get the memo. So we bet on the game, and he lost. So I get to show up at work looking like a Detroiter that was raised in Michigan. He gets to show up at work looking like Jacoby the Clown.
I can't believe I bet against Tom Brady.
Welcome to work, David.
I can't believe I bet against Tom Brady. I can't believe I bet against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. This is what happens when you bet against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Like, y'all couldn't block for Patrick Mahomes? You couldn't score a touchdown? You got Hill.
Get him.
You got Kelsey. You can't score a touchdown? Not even a touchdown?
Be the man, clown.
Look how you got me, Tom Brady. Look how you got me, Tom Brady. Let's do the show. Let's do the show. All right. J.J. Watt. He's clowning around because he knows the Texans are clowning around. Let me just show you how the Texans have been clowning around this offseason. Remember when they traded DeAndre Hopkins? And then, of course, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, got fired in the midseason. And then Deshaun Watson, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, said, I don't want to play for you guys anymore. And today they have released what's probably the best defensive player in the history of the franchise, J.J. Watt. Jalen, what is going on with the Houston Texans?
This is a classic example of a family being able to own the team forever. See, as a player, you have a short window to maximize your talent and obviously get paid to take care of your family. And so you need to make decisions that's going to help you win right now. If you're going to own the team forever, you don't mind alienating people in the short term. And clearly they did that with DeAndre. When Andre Johnson gets out his Twitter fingers and talks about the organization, and then you alienate your franchise quarterback, Deshaun Watson, don't include him in the decision-making process, that's an easy one. Like I told you, Jacoby, when you sign somebody to that type of contract, he's not just a quarterback anymore. He's a partner. He's a partner. That's how business works. And when you don't want to include him, and then now you release J.J. Watt, what you basically do is say, hey, one guy's a quarterback and he's elite. One guy's a pass rusher. We can kind of replace him. And so that's the approach that they seem to have taken instead of appreciating all of the great things that J.J. Watt has not only done on the field, but in the community. It shouldn't end this way for one of your best players in the history of the franchise.
I'm wearing a fake smile right now because I'm dressed as a clown and I lost a bet. But I'll be watching for the smiles on draft night because you know the people that get drafted by the Texans are going to be so happy that they're finally professional football players, but they're going to be like, man, I am joining a franchise that is in absolute turmoil. Jalen, you know who wasn't clowning around last night? Wardell, Stephen Curry. The Warriors played the Magic, and Steph gave them 40